episode of Success to Bob Mweti Show, I'm going to talk about the 3 ways that you get paid as an IT consultant here in the US. Now, if you are out there and you probably want to get into the tech industry, at some point, this is something that you will need to know once you start looking for jobs to work as an IT consultant here in the US. Okay, now the first way that you get paid is on W-2 basis. Okay, the first way that you can get paid is on W-2 basis. What does this mean? So this means at the end of the year, the company that you are working for will give you a W-2 form for you to file your taxes with the IRS. The IRS is basically the agency that collects taxes here in the US. Okay, now every week that you work, before you get paid, that company will deduct some money from your pay, which are usually called statutory deductions. Okay, they will deduct your social security, okay, contribution. They'll also deduct your Medicare contribution, and of course they'll deduct your income tax because you have to pay your taxes. And here in the US, we pay state taxes and we pay federal taxes. Okay, there are some states out there that you don't have to pay any state taxes, for example, Florida, but most of the states you have to pay your state income taxes. So every 2 weeks when you get paid, because here in the US most companies will pay you every 2 weeks, you'll get paid less all those deductions. Okay, and at the end of the year, the company that you are working for will issue you with a W-2 form that will show the amount that you are paid, the taxes that you paid, and the net pay that you are left with. Okay, and then you will use that to file your yearly taxes with the IRS. All right. Now, the other basis that you get paid as an IT consultant is on a 1099 basis. Okay, basically what that means is when you are working for a company, they will not take any statutory deductions from you. Now, let's assume you get paid $50 an hour working as a consultant, and after 2 weeks you get paid, you work for 80 hours, so you'll get paid $4,000 without taking any statutory deductions. Okay, now at the end of the year, you will have to pay those taxes that you never paid. Okay, you will have to pay those deductions that you never paid. All right, and this company that you are working for, they will have reported all the payments that they made to you as long as it was more than $600 in that year. Okay, and your work will be to make sure that you file your taxes and make those payments on your own. Okay, instead of the company making the payments on your behalf, like in the case of W-2. Okay, so that's the second way you get paid. All right, now the third way is on Cork To Cop basis, C2C basis. Now, in this kind of scenario, you have to have a company. Okay, a lot of IT consultants out there, they work as independent contractors, basically meaning they work through their own organization. Okay, for example, me as Bob, and I have my company, Abstract America, I can actually look for projects through my own company, okay, and use my company. Okay, so when I'm negotiating the rates with another company to go and work for them, I'll tell them, hey, you know what? I don't want you to pay me on W-2. I don't want you to pay me on 1099, but I want you to pay me through my company because I have my own company. Okay, and this is on Cork To Cop basis. All right, and in this kind of payment, the company that will be paying you, they don't report anything to the IRS, but you as a business, you're going to be reporting that income that you're going to get once you start working. Okay, now, how is this different from 1099? Now, for 1099, the company that you'll be working for, if they pay you $50 every hour, okay, they'll be reporting exact same amount to the IRS, and they'll issue you with a 1099 form at the end of the year. Okay, and whatever you file to the IRS will have to reflect what they sent to the IRS. Okay, so if there's any discrepancies, then the IRS will come to you. But on corp to corp basis, there is no form that you get from that company that you are working with. Okay, because it's on corp to corp basis. Okay, so it's all left up to you as a company to do the reporting correctly. Okay, because at the end of the year, as a company, you have to file your taxes, you have to show what income that you received during the year. Okay, but the client will not have reported anything to the IRS. Okay, so those are the three bases that you can work as an IT consultant here in the US. Now, the corp to corp basis is usually for those who are permanent residents here. Okay, so if you are, for example, if you're on H-1B visa, you can't really work on corp to corp basis. Okay, or you can't work on 1099 basis also. Okay, you can only work on W-2. Okay, so, but if you are a permanent resident, if you're a green card holder, if you are a citizen, then you can work on 1099 or you can work on corp to corp if you have a company. Okay, now if you have a company, you can still work on 1099. Okay, but I would not advise you to do that. If you have a company, just work on corp to corp basis. All right, but if you don't have a company and you really don't want to be on the other company's W-2, you can be employed on a 1099 basis, meaning you are an independent contractor. Okay, now if you're on a 1099 basis or corp to corp basis, the other company will not provide you with any employee benefit. That's something that you'll need to know. Okay, so you'll be on your own. For example, if you want, healthcare benefits or, maybe 401k contribution benefits, then you cannot get that if you are on 1099 basis or if you decide to use your company to work on corp to corp basis. Okay, but if you're on W-2, most companies out there will have benefits, employee benefits that they'll give to you as an employee on W-2. Okay, you're watching Success with Bob Mwiti show presented to you by Appstech America. Appstech America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.appstechamerica.com. Appstech America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential within you. On to the question of the day, someone asked me, hey Bob, I'm on W-2, but do I have to participate on my company's healthcare plan? Okay, now like I said earlier, when you're W-2, companies give you the option of participating in their employee benefits plans, okay, like healthcare, 401k plans and things like those. But actually, you don't have to participate in those plans if you don't want to. Okay, let's say for example you are married, right? And your spouse works for another company where they get really good benefits, which covers you as a spouse and your kids. Okay, so if that's the case, you don't really have to take the benefits that your current employer gives you, even though you are employed on W-2. Okay, so again, to answer your question, no, you don't really have to take those benefits. You can decline them. All right, I'll see you next time. Goodbye. You've been watching Success with Bob Mwiti show brought to you by Appstech America. Come back next time to hear more steps and missteps that I took on the path to becoming a successful immigrant in USA. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.